Have you ever noticed that some people can't do anything in complete silence? They need music while they work, a podcast while they clean, the TV on while they scroll, or a fan running just to fall asleep. And here's the interesting part. A lot of them don't even listen to the noise. They just need it there. So the question is, why? Is it just a habit? Or is silence actually uncomfortable for certain brains? 1. Silence makes the inner world louder. For some people, silence does not feel peaceful. It feels exposed. When the room gets quiet, there is nothing outside to focus on. So the mind turns inward. And suddenly, all the thoughts that were easy to ignore during the day become louder. The unfinished tasks. The awkward conversation from 3 years ago. The worry about the future. The feeling you have been trying not to feel. This is why background noise can feel comforting. It gives the brain something soft to hold on to, so it does not have to sit completely alone with itself. And be honest. Do you actually like silence? Or do you just like the idea of being the kind of person who likes silence? That might be a harder question than it sounds. 2. Noise can feel like control. Another reason people love background noise is that it creates predictability. Life can be chaotic, people are unpredictable, emotions are messy, but your favorite playlist? Predictable. The same comfort show you have watched 10 times? Predictable. Rain sounds at night? Predictable. The brain loves patterns because patterns feel safe. That is why someone might put on a TV show they are not even watching. It is not really entertainment. It is emotional atmosphere. The room feels less empty. The silence feels less sharp. The mind feels less alone. Here's a question that might divide people. Is constantly needing noise a healthy coping tool? Or is it just avoidance with better branding? Drop your answer in the comments, because I think both sides have a point. 3. Some brains focus. Better with sound. Now, background noise is not always about anxiety or avoidance. For some people, silence is simply understimulating. Their brain needs a little input to stay focused. Not chaos, not loud distraction, just enough sound to create mental momentum. That is why some people work better in coffee shops than libraries. The low hum of conversation, footsteps, and music gives their brain a rhythm. Silence for them is not calming. It is boring. And when the brain is bored, it starts looking for stimulation, usually in the form of random thoughts, phone checking, or suddenly remembering every mistake they have ever made. But this does not mean everyone who needs sound has ADHD, anxiety, or some deep psychological issue. Different brains regulate attention differently. Some people need quiet to think. Others need noise to think. So, which one are you? Do you need silence to focus, or do you need background noise to feel normal? 4. Sound becomes emotional comfort. Over time, certain sounds become linked with safety. A fan might mean sleep. Lo-fi music might mean productivity. A podcast might mean companionship. A comfort show might mean, I can finally relax. The brain learns by association. So after a while, the sound itself becomes a signal to calm down. That is why turning it off can feel strangely uncomfortable. It is not just removing noise. It is removing a sense of emotional support. 5. When it becomes a problem. Most of the time, needing background noise is harmless. but it may be worth noticing if silence feels unbearable, if you cannot sleep without noise, if you panic when things get quiet, if you always use sound to avoid your own thoughts. Then the question becomes, is the noise helping you regulate, or is it preventing you from processing something? Because comfort is healthy, but constant escape can quietly become a cage. So maybe the goal is not to force yourself into silence. Maybe the goal is to understand what the noise is doing for you. Is it helping you focus? Is it helping you feel less alone? Or is it protecting you from something you are not ready to face? Needing background noise does not mean something is wrong with you. It may simply mean your brain has learned that sound helps it feel safe, calm, and focused. But every once in a while, silence can tell you something too. And maybe the real question is this: when everything finally gets quiet, what are you afraid you might hear?